Hello family, welcome and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm back with another vlog. I actually shot this vlog a while ago and I've not had time to sit down and just edit it. In today's video we're going to be doing some cleaning and organization, especially for the kitchen. I'm going to prepare some fresh vegetables. I'm going to prepare dinner for the night, breakfast for the next day, and I'm also going to be doing a living room refresh.
What's that camera doing there?
No, it's not for I'm missing my video. Can you stop it? I'm going to start today's video by organizing my utensils. Actually, the truth is my lower cabinets are a mess right now. I've been postponing this for a little while. I'm always organizing the lower cabinets today, and then this little excuse always comes to my mind. I'm always like, nah, nobody can see the lower cabinets, I just say to myself, no, I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes, and then I postpone it again, and then the days go on and on and on. So I feel like today is the day for me to get over with this. Actually, you guys, I have a cold, so if my voice seems a little different in this video, just know that's the problem. I'm going to start by organizing the plates and the bowls as you see, and then another thing that I'm going to organize is these tin lids. The covers for tins or for your organizers are always a mess if you don't keep an eye on them. So I have this tiny little blue organizer that Baba Milan bought like a year ago, and that's done. I'm going to set them aside. I'll just return them to the lower cabinet, and then I'm going to go ahead and organize my tins. Yeah, right there, they're also a very big mess if you don't take your time to clean them up and organize them properly. And then moving on, I'm now going to clear my dishes, and as usual I'm going to remove my organizer from the sink area there, and then I'm going to go in with my scoring powder. I'm going to add it to that silver part of the sink, and then I'm going to go in with my brush. First, I'm going to have to wet it, and then I'll just use my brush. I have this tiny little brush. It works really best for me in the kitchen. I'll just use it to scrub that part properly as shown in the video. And then I'm going to go in with my kitchen towel right there, and then I'll just wipe that off. I'm going to go in with at least 3 rounds to make it nice and clean. Super clean as usual. Yeah, actually this part of the sink gets very messy if you don't give it attention, and since that is where I put my organizer for my clean dishes, I love it when it's clean. And then another thing that I always don't forget is the tile area there behind my organizer, and I just cleaned my organizer a few days ago, so today all I'm going to do is to wipe it off nice and clean again. And since the organizer is close to the sink, it's normal for things to splash on it, so that's why I love to wipe it when I don't have to clean it whole. Yeah, and especially the corners, they're going to be dirty, the joints and the sides and all that. You have to make sure that you clean your organizer properly, because these utensils, you're going to eat on them, And then moving on, I have my basket there. For my utensils or for my dishes, I always just use regular bar soap as usual. I'm going to start with the cups and glasses as usual, and I'm going to just give them a scrub with my sponge there, like you clean your utensils at home. And then I'm going to have to rinse them off nice and well as shown in the video. And then I'm just going to set them aside on my organizer there. All that stuff that you do for your utensils at home. If you just found my channel today, welcome, and you're so welcome to my channel. I'm a Google Sharon. I love doing hair tutorials or DIY hairstyles. Check them out on my channel. I also love doing lifestyle and vlog videos. Check out my vlogs. They're going to motivate you to clean your space, to make your space nice and clean and all that. I also do DIY beauty recipes. If you're into beauty, check out my playlist on my channel. I have several DIY beauty ideas that I know you're going to love. And then I also have a few recipes on my channel. If you're struggling with acid reflux, ulcer and GERD, I posted a playlist on my channel where I share with you guys simple and easy recipes perfect for ordinary families in case you're struggling with the conditions that I named a few minutes ago. The recipes that I feature on my channel are the simple recipes that I make Baba Milan wherever, whenever is acid reflux is like really high or if it's back. Check the playlist on my channel. I know you're going to love a bunch of my videos in there. And then let's get back to the video right here. So moving on, as usual, I'm going to arrange my plates in accordance to size, big versus small or something like that, so I can get them to dry. I don't like when my plates are like wet. I don't like using wet utensils for my food, and since here there is no sun to dry your utensils like in the village, we just dry the utensils indoors. So you have to think of something to make your dishes or utensils to dry. Yeah. Today I'm going to take this precious opportunity to introduce you to my second channel. I have a food channel. I actually created that after a few months after I created my original channel. I fell in love with cooking and I started cooking. I started exploring recipes here and there. Back to the video for a few minutes. After I'm done with the spoons, I have this yogurt container that I made holes on. So I have it there especially to add my spoons in it, so that they can get to drip the water in them and then they get to dry too. Moving on, I have my twin red organizer here. I'm going to clean it. I use it for my pots. And then I'm going to move on and clean my pots. So for my pots, as usual, I love it when my pots are super clean and shiny and nice. If you've been watching my vlogs, I know you know that. My mom always insisted that you have to make the pots clean. If you didn't do that, then you'll be in trouble. She loved a pot super clean and shiny. And by then you'll be using wood ash or sometimes hand. There was no steel for you at times, But in the village, wood ash was the best for cleaning the pots. If you've been staying in the village, I know you know that. So right here for my pots, I always love my pots super shiny as usual. And for my pots, I always just use sunlight bar soap, and then I use a steel to scrub them nice and clean, and then I rinse them at least 2 times. Yeah. Okay, so let's dash over super quick to promoting my second channel. I created Beyond Aroma of Kenya right there to share with you simple and easy recipes perfect for ordinary families. Again, I have a bunch of videos there. I have like more than 150 videos there. When I started the channel, I was not that good with cooking, but with time I get better and better every day. If you were there with me when I began that journey, I know you know that I've improved in a lot and a lot of things. If you subscribe to my two channels and then you've been following me around, you know my first videos were a mess, for real. Check that channel out and kindly subscribe to it to support me to create more videos there. You guys, I love cooking a lot and exploring recipes, trying them. If I fail, I try again. I don't cry about it because in life at times you fail, and when you make mistakes then you learn from the mistakes that you make, Kindly subscribe to my second channel. It's featured right there on my main channel. It's called Beyond Aroma of Kenya. So you can support me there too if you are into cooking. Getting back to today's video, as you've seen right there, I already cleaned my organizers there. I first cleaned that little part of the sink there, the place with the yellow jerry cans, and then I cleaned that transparent thing there that I used to keep my steel wool. It makes your steel wool last a little bit longer. I know if you stayed in the village, you noticed that. And then I'm not going to forget the sink area there, especially the tile area. I'm going to use my towel there to wipe it nice and clean. And then today I almost forgot my pan there, and then I'm just going to go ahead and use my plunger over there to plunge my sink or to unclog my sink. And then I just rinse it off and then I'll keep it aside. And then I'm going to finish up on the sink area. I'll just use my towel there to wipe it up nice and clean again to make sure everything is super clean. And then moving on, I'm not going to forget this part again of the sink. Yeah, before I had my pots there, I already cleaned it in the beginning, but I feel like I have to clean it again. And then another thing that I'm not going to forget to clean is that narrow part of the tile area close to the door. As you've seen, water from the pots splashed on it when I was cleaning the pots, and then I'm going to finish up by cleaning my deco over there on the window. And then I'm just going to quickly rinse my towel, and then I'm going to move on to the counter. Actually, this counter needs a little more work today. I'm going to move everything that you can see over there, and then I'll set them aside so I can get to clean everything nice and clean. It's been a little while, maybe a few days before I cleaned that part, and as you can see, I have lots and lots of DIY organizers over there. I love how cute they look, especially that flower, the blue flower over there. Yeah, check out the other vlog that I did a few months ago. Living room deep clean and organization. And then another thing that I'm not going to forget to clean is the tile area behind the counter. It's a little messy right now because, as you can see, the organizers are covering that part, so I can't get to access it every single day and clean it. and I'm going to clean my flower holders and all that stuff, and then I'll just go ahead and rearrange everything together. And then I'm not going to forget the pots. I'm going to wipe them up. And then another thing that I need to really clean today is these broken cups that I use to organize my spoons. For this, I'm going to need two towels. I'm going to need a wet towel, and then I'm going to need a dry towel. I actually planned to clean them when I was clearing the dishes, but since I forgot, I just have to think of another way to clean them. I'm going to wipe them first with the wet towel, and then I'm going to go in with the dry towel, and then I'll just use it to clean it. As you've seen, that looks good, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and just add back everything where it belongs. I'm going to rearrange everything nice and neat, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add my spoon holders there. So here again we have another DIY idea, an awesome idea actually. You don't have to throw away your broken cups all the time, especially the ones that are broken on the handle. You can use them as organizers as long as they're not harmful. Yeah. And then I'm going to finish up on the tile area around the lower cabinets, and then I'll wipe up the lower cabinets nice and clean. Moving on, I'm going to clean the tile area around where I cook or around where my stove is. For that, I'm going to just use a spray bottle and a kitchen towel to make it clean, because when you cook, things splash on the wall, and I've seen lots of people ignore that. I love to clean my wall areas when I can access them. And then another thing that I'm not going to forget to clean is my stove. My stove is a real mess right now. I've not cleaned it since morning, so I've cooked on it like from yesterday, and now it's in the afternoon. I made lunch and the stove is not clean yet. I'm going to wipe it up nice and clean with a wet kitchen towel. I'll just rinse the kitchen towel on the sink. I'm going to finish up by cleaning the decor on my window. For that, I'm going to use a wet kitchen towel, and then I'll just finish up on the sink area. I'm just going to use my kitchen towel to wipe it nice and clean since I'm not done with the sink area. But before I forget, one more important thing is to clean my kitchen towel, and then I'll take it outside so I can dry it. Moving on, now that my sink is nice and clean, I bought some vegetables yesterday. They are a little wilted right now since yesterday. They were really fresh yesterday. So I have some managu and kales. I'm going to go ahead and just block my sink. I used that bottle top over there, the white thing that I was holding a few minutes ago, and then I'll just fill my sink with some water from the tap, and then I'll just use it to wash my vegetables thoroughly as shown in the video. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and just rinse them again. So it's all about washing them from the sink, the water in the sink. Hold them up as I rinse them with some fresh tap water. I also bought some green onions here. They were looking really good yesterday, but as you've seen right there, some leaves are not healthy really. I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of them, and then I'll just go ahead and wash these onions. So for this, I'm going to use my yellow sponge over there. It's the sponge that I use for my utensils. I'll just use it to gently scrub my onions as shown in the video, and then I'm going to rinse them thoroughly as shown in the video. I also bought some tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and clean them. For that, I'm going to use a sponge, and then I'm going to rinse them thoroughly as shown in the video. So let's go ahead and sharpen my knife. and then I'll grab my board over there and lay it down, and then I'm going to go ahead and prepare my onions so I can keep them in the fridge so they can last a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is to separate the leaf from the stalk. I always do that, and then I'll set them aside. I'll use a dry kitchen towel to dry them before I keep them in the fridge. So moving on, let's just go ahead and prepare our vegetables. I'll not take so much time here. I'm just going to be separating the leaves from the stalk, and then I'm just going to chop them on my board there as I add them to the basin close to me.
Mom?
Yes,
Oh, what are you doing? Come on, Dad.
I'm preparing my vegetables, baby. How can I help you?
What's that kind one doing there?
Can you No, it's not ready. Can you stop doing that? You're missing my video. You're missing my video. Can you stop it? And you've seen Milan being Milan again. So after I chop my vegetables over there, I'm going to go ahead and set them aside for a few minutes so they can regain their freshness. You all know after you add vegetables in water, they kind of regain freshness. Yeah, and then I'll just clear that part of the counter where I chopped my vegetables, and then I'm going to go ahead and discard all the stalks. Then I'll just clean everything that I worked with, the board, the basin, the knife, and everything else. And then finally I get to finalize on the sink area. And then I get to again finalize on taking my kitchen towel outside to dry. So after this, I'm going to go ahead and now mop the floor. So I already worked on the rest, or I already cleaned the rest of the house. So all that's remaining is the kitchen. I'm going to go ahead and just add some water and some powder soap in my bucket, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my mop. I'll go in with 2 rounds just to clean my floor over there. And you all know I have a very tiny kitchen, and it's very hard to shoot this. And as usual, I'm going to focus on the tile areas, the edges of the tile, to keep them nice and clean. And we are done with the floor. So after a while, here we go. Now my vegetables are looking really good, and my onions are right here looking fresh and nice. It's now time to prepare dinner. Today we are going to be having ugali and some fresh vegetables. First things first, I'm going to prepare my ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and first chop my green onions over there. And the stalk of this green onion, it's full of life. When you chop it, it's like satisfying. That's the word for it. And I'm also going to go ahead and prepare my tomatoes over there as shown in the video. At least 2 tomatoes will be enough for me today. Let's just jump in and prepare our dinner. I'm going to add my pot to my stove, add some oil, and then I'm going to go in with my onions, and then I'm going to fry my onions to golden brown, and then I'll go in with my vegetables. I'm going to be adding my vegetables bit by bit as I cook them or as I fry them. Whichever one. Actually, after you wash your vegetables and then chop them, if you want to dry fry them, make sure you set them aside for a few minutes so they can get to drip the water. And then the importance of adding them bit by bit is so that they can properly absorb your oil without using excess oil. I'm going to be multitasking today. I'm going to transfer my pot of vegetables to the other stove, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some water to my pot bring it to a boil, and then I'm going to start cooking my ugali. I'm going to go in with my flour, and then as usual I'm going to wait for the water to rise above the flour, and then I'll just go in with my spoon and cook my ugali. So as I've said in my other videos, to make a perfect ugali, it will take you 20 to 25 minutes. Yeah. So for me, for my ugali, I always use flour from the posho mill. So this needs a little bit more work. And as you see right here, I tried to speed this up because I couldn't edit it without feeling like I was lazy when I was cooking this ugali. So after a while, my ugali is now cooked enough. I'm going to round it up as shown in the video. Make a little nice circular shape for your ugali, and then I'll go ahead and just remove it from the pot. And then here we go again. You have to make your ugali nice and neat. Cover it up to keep it warm. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to be making my vegetables here again. Yeah, so here is where the tomato comes in. I'll first fry my onions to golden brown, and then I'm going to go in with my tomatoes, and I'm going to make sure that I watch my oil since my vegetables already have some oil in it. I'm going to season that up with some salt, and then I'm going to go in with my seasoning there that I have at home. So actually today Baba Milan is not at home, so the seasoning is just okay. And then I'm sorry about that part of the video where I was adding my vegetables to the tomato mixture. I switched off my camera accidentally without knowing, or should I say I paused the video and then I did not unpause it. Okay, something like that. I'm going to go ahead and uncover my ugali there, and then there it is. My vegetables are looking really good, and then I'm going to go in and just wipe my plates, my bowl, and then I'll just add my vegetables. And then I warmed some beef in the microwave. I had some leftover beef. I'm just going to go ahead. This is enough for me and Milan today. Yeah, I'm really tired. I've been cleaning the whole day, so I didn't have to over make my dinner. And our ugali is looking good too. Moving on, I'm going to go ahead and have our dinner. I'm going to be feeding Milan over there. Hello family, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing great. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how to make the perfect pancakes, perfect for breakfast or snacks. As you've seen right there, I clipped that part of the video from my cooking channel. To my bowl, I'm going to mix together some milk, some water, some vanilla essence, some baking powder, some sugar, and then I'll go in with my flour. Add it bit by bit as I mix with my whisk to make a medium thick flowing batter without lumps. If you want to check out how to make this recipe step by step, I explained it there. Check out my food channel. So moving on, let's just get straight to making these pancakes. I'll preheat my pan, and then I'm going to go in with my butter as shown in the video, and then I'll just wait for the first side of my pancake to cook as shown in the video again, and then I'm going to go ahead and scrape it, and then I'll flip it over. So back to my food channel. Check out this recipe on my food channel. It's very detailed and step-by-step tutorial, and when you're there, kindly make sure you subscribe to that channel. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm going to give them a shake, rock and roll, and flip them over, and this is looking so good, you guys. These vanilla pancakes are really yummy. And do you want some pancakes?
Oh my God.
I don't have it. Where did you put it? Can you go check it? I didn't take it yesterday. Can you go look for it? Maybe it's on the carpet or maybe on the couch.
It's a carpet! It's in the carpet!
Okay, baby. And here we go again, Milan being Milan. I'm going to go ahead and just serve my tea over there. I already made some tea and my pancakes are looking so good. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and move on, and then I'm going to take my breakfast super quick. Actually, it's another day. If I didn't mention it before, it's the next day in my life. Yeah, so here we go again. I'm going to be fitting Milan as I have my tea super quick because I have a very long to-do list today again. So after breakfast, I had a few things to do, and then it's now around 2 or 3 p.m. in the evening. I'm now going to go ahead and just remove the clothes that I cleared yesterday. I had lots and lots of clothes to clear. I'm going to add them to this basket that I'm holding right here. Actually, check out my cleaning motivation, my laundry cleaning motivation. I did it a few months ago. It's one of my vlogs that have really very high views, and check out my latest vlog too. And thank you all for so many views in a few months. I'm really grateful, and check that video out. Yeah, and when you're there, make sure you subscribe to my channel and check out the other playlists. I actually have a DIY avocado oil for body and for cooking. I love that video a lot. If you are into cooking and you don't know how to make avocado oil at home, or the prices are high in the market, check out that video on my channel. And another video I have on avocado is the avocado body lotion that I recently made on my channel. I outdid myself in that video, you guys. Make sure you check that video out, and I know you are going to love it as much as I did. Yeah, and when you're there also, make sure you check out my carrot oil. Yeah, my carrot body oil. I did that video a few months ago, although it doesn't have so many views, but the truth is that video is awesome. You're going to love that carrot oil recipe if you're into DIY beauty recipes or ideas. And on the same topic again, check out my DIY carrot body lotion. It's a step-by-step tutorial. It's a superb DIY beauty idea or recipe again if you are into beauty. And check out my other vlogs. Yeah, I know you're going to love the playlist on my channel. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to move on back to the house, and here I am. These are the clothes. I already started folding some. I can't edit this part of the video without speeding it. This video will be really long. This took me a few hours to get together and fold all these clothes. So I just had to speed this up, although nowadays I don't like speeded videos or something like that. And again, if you want to know my step-by-step tutorial on my laundry routine, I have a specific video on that. I know you're going to love that video. If you need any inspiration or motivation for the weekend, that video is very detailed, and I have all the products that I use for my laundry routine. Actually, for me, I don't usually have a washing machine, so for me it's always hand washing. Whether I have a ton of clothes, I'll just have to wash them using my hand. So now that I'm done folding the clothes, I'm going to go ahead and just arrange them over here, add them to the cabinets. And for Baba Milan's clothes, I'm going to hang them in his drawer over there. As you've seen, I had some clothes on the hangers, some t-shirts and these sweater tops and all that stuff. And this other part is a little mess. I'm actually not going to touch it today. Yeah. So moving on, I'm going to go ahead and do a living room refresh. I cleaned my blankets, I cleaned my throw pillows covers, I cleaned my blankets. Did I say that already? And all I'm going to do is to add my brown blanket right there to the side of my big couch, and I already used this other blanket over there to cover that part of my couch. Actually, if you're wondering why I have so many blankets on my couch, it's because these black couches that I have white patches. The material they have tends to fade, so I love to cover that up with a little bit of blanket so they don't look really old or bad. I love these couches very much. They are very comfortable and very comfy and all that. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add the throw pillows back to their covers, make them nice and neat, fluff them up. And yes, these throw pillows are actually DIY, so they don't have to look perfect. Yeah, provided they do the same work, they make my couch look really beautiful and comfortable, and let me say expensive. Yeah, the throw pillows are really nice for your couch. If you find a DIY video that can teach you how to make throw pillows at home, check it out. Take the chance. On your free time, make your DIY throw pillows, and the covers that I have on are also DIY. Yeah, so right here I'm done. I'm just going to go ahead and rearrange my couch as shown in the video, and the camera angle is not that right, but my couch is looking really good. And plus the fact that I just cleaned these pillow covers. I wish you're here to see. So right here I'm going to move on to the last couch. I'm just going to go ahead and start by undusting that couch as shown in the video, and then I'll move on to this two-seater over here on the last end. For this, I'm going to have to remove the pillows as I fluff them as shown in the video, and then I'm going to go in with my kikoi over there or my light blanket. I love it for this part of the couch. It makes it look really nice when someone comes out from the door, or should I say when someone comes in. Okay, so my couch is looking good right there. My pillows are fluffed up. I'm going to add that last pillow to the last end over there, and that couch looks good. So moving on over here to the bedroom, I'm going to go ahead and just spread my bed. I'm going to add in some fresh sheets. I'm shrubbing, and for this I always love to tie the ends of my sheet. I always love two sheets on the mattress, so the first sheet I tie the ends so it doesn't slip or move around. Yeah, I think that's the right word for it. And then I'm going to go ahead and just spread my sheet as shown in the video, make it nice and neat on the hands and everywhere else. And then I'm going to go in with my last sheet over here. I have this heavy sheet that I DIY'd. I actually saw I saw some sheets on the internet on Kilimall, and then there was no sheet that was the size of my bed, and the truth is I really loved those sheets. Why didn't they make like a 5x5 or something like that, or a 6x6? It's just for the small beds, and I got really pissed off and I decided to make my own DIY sheet. It didn't turn out that perfect, but it looks good. Especially the first time that I made it, it looked real good. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add in some fresh pillow covers over there. I'm going to go ahead and fold my blanket over there as shown in the video to make it nice and neat. And then I'll add it to the other end of the bed. So that is it, you guys, for today's vlog. I hope you liked today's motivation. Thanks for watching. If you're here from the beginning, and see you in my next video. Remember to subscribe. Bye.